Settlements of Texas. The purpose of the Spanish missions were to convert the Indians to the Spanish way of life, to convert the Indians to the Catholic religion, to defend Texas from other countries trying to settle there. France wanted to control the mouth of the Mississippi River. If you controlled the mouth of the Mississippi River, you controlled much of the river traffic in North America. In 1685, the French sent an explorer named La Salle, along with 300 other settlers, to build a fort at the mouth of the Mississippi River. La Salle never made it to the Mississippi River. He sailed too far and set up a fort at Matagorda Bay. Many of the settlers died of disease and many were killed or captured by Indians. La Salle's men blamed him for the tragic losses and killed La Salle. One of La Salle's sunken ships was La Belle. La Belle was found buried in mud 18 feet below the surface in the Gulf of Mexico. The hull of La Belle, which now rests in the Bob Bullock Museum in Austin, Texas. Mexico breaks free from Spain. For 300 years, Spain had ruled over Mexico, but in 1810, Mexico fought for its freedom. Finally, Mexico was free from Spain. Who lived in Texas at this time? Indians and Spanish priests in the missions. Mexico strengthens its hold on Texas. Mexico decided to give land to a few businessmen. The businessmen were called empresarios. There were several empresarios, including these four: Martin de Leon, Lorenzo de Zavala, Green DeWitt, and Stephen F. Austin. The empresarios were to give some of the land to settlers. They could keep some for themselves. Martin de Leon. Martin de Leon was from Mexico. He founded a colony along the coastline. This was the beginning of the city of Victoria, Texas. Martin was well liked by the local natives because he gave the natives cows. The Indians called Martin Chief Plenty Cows. Lorenzo de Zavala was also from Mexico. He received a grant of land to take 500 families to Texas. However, he sold the grant before he brought the families to Texas. Lorenzo believed in a free government. He took his family to live in Texas because he wanted to help form a new free government for Texas. Lorenzo was a kind man. He helped many people, whether they were rich or poor. One time, someone had built a dam across a stream. It kept water from the Indian villagers who needed it. Lorenzo personally tore down the dam so the villagers could have water. The Austin Colony. Moses Austin was from the United States. Moses wanted to take families to Texas frontier to form a colony. Moses died before he could complete his plan. Stephen F. Austin. Moses Austin had a son named Stephen F. Austin. Stephen promised his father he would follow through with the plan to settle the colony. Stephen brought 300 families to Texas from the United States. They were called the Old 300. Green DeWitt. Green DeWitt was from the United States. He was an impresario who settled the DeWitt colony. The city of Gonzales, Texas was founded by settlers in the DeWitt colony. The DeWitt colony had trouble with the Comanche Indians, so the Mexican officials in Bear sent the settlers a small cannon. The cannon was to protect themselves from Indian raids. Irish in Texas. Two Irish-born men named McMullen and McGlone brought immigrants from Ireland. They settled the town of San Patricio, Texas. San Patricio means St. Patrick. They were honoring St. Patrick, the patron saint of Ireland. Today, there are many Texans of Irish descent. That's why we see many St. Patrick's Day celebrations in Texas. Germans in Texas. People come from other countries to settle in Texas. Settlers came from Germany in the 1840s and settled in areas now known as New Braunfels and Fredericksburg. Remember, Mexico owned Texas, but let's compare Mexican and Anglo people actually living in Texas. Also, the capital of Mexico was in Mexico City. It was far from Texas. Do you think Mexico was successful in strengthening its hold on Texas? Why or why not?